Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 29th episode of Kentucky Go Digital. Today, I'm very excited and honored to showcase our STLP winner special edition. I'm Elaine Abenatha, a technology integration specialist for McCracken County Schools, and I'm joined here by our awesome Kentucky Go Digital Live team. We have Brooke Whitlow, Courtney DeRossett, and Heather Worrell. Hi, guys. How are you? And today we are joined by the one and only Jeff Sebulsky. He is the STLP coordinator at KDE. And we wanted to welcome Jeff. Glad you are with us.
Glad to be here.
Some of our viewers may not know what STLP is, but Jeff Sebulsky, he is the grand leader behind this program for Kentucky. And KDE has a program called Student Technology Leadership Program, and it uses project-based learning principles to empower student learning and achievement through the utilization and mainly creation of technology to serve school and community needs. Now, STLP provides a means for students to design, make, and connect and learn. So student projects and services are showcased through local, regional, and state events. And this is what they call the Big Three event, includes regionals, the DPOJ, which are on-demand projects, and STLP State Championship. It has empowered learning since 1994, and Jeff has represented and grown this program since 2013. Is that correct, Jeff? Awesome. So today, as regular, we have a live YouTube chat that is going to be going on behind the scenes. If we've got Brooke and Courtney and Heather and I will probably pop in there as well. If you can and you want to ask some questions to these awesome students that are wonderful creators, make sure that you're logged in to your YouTube channel, and let us also know what county you are from so that we can celebrate you as well. And while you're there, click subscribe so that you get notifications that next time we are on air. So without further ado, I'm going to let Mr. Sebulsky let us know and tell us a little bit about the STLP program with his perspective.
Well, thank you. And first of all, before we get too far into it, I just want to take a minute and point out that today I'm being hosted here at the Kentucky Education Television Studio here in Lexington, Kentucky. And I'm with, come over here, Brian. I'm with Mr. Brian Spellman. So I just want to say a quick thank you to KET for hosting us today. A great partner with STLP always is KET. Actually, as a matter of fact, when I showed up this morning, there's a group here from Muhlenberg County, Greenville, who were here touring the studio. So how fun was that to get to spend a little bit of time with that this morning? But just want to give a shout out. Great partners with KET. They have some great opportunities for us. Great KY Go digital partner as well. I know we're going to have a lot of folks are asking about opportunities to learn more about STLP. The KET Multimedia Day is in July, and we'll have some sessions on STLP there. So hopefully you can jump on and maybe even sign up and come visit us there. But just want to say thanks to Brian. And Brian, you got anything you want to add?
So I just wanted to say we love STLP, and we have a free transportation reimbursement program going on right now. So we had the group from Muhlenberg here today at 5 a.m. this morning. As elementary kids that came up here, did a training with our staff, toured the studios. So if you want to take part of that, just contact us and we'll get you signed up. We're doing it all the way through June 30th and hopefully next year. So if there's anything else that we can do, KT is around to help out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's pretty cool to get to be here in Studio B here at KET today, which if you have been part of fundraising drives, you might recognize the stage behind us. Cool things going on here all the time. So again, thanks KET, great partners. If you were at state championship this year, you likely had some opportunities to interact with the folks from KET who were helping us with our social media team and our media production team. So always great partnerships happening there. That's a lot about what STLP is about, is finding amazing partnerships within schools, within the communities, across the state, and pulling that together to help with what we call the end game. The end game is working with students and letting students use the technology that we are learning about. It's a digital perfect bookend in the sense that as educators, we're learning so much, so many tools, so many great sources and resources through our KY Go digital interactions. And then that end game is translating that down to how students are using it for learning, and how they are demonstrating what they know, how they're helping their community, how they are building projects and products using some of the tools that we're learning through the KY Go digital movement. So it's a wonderful partnership there as well. And we're just so happy to be part of that and see it. And so a lot of folks, you might find if you were at the state championship, we have a whole lot of the KY Go digital leadership folks taking different roles at STLP State, because what you may not realize is with everything that goes on across the state with STLP, it's all really volunteer based. It's just like the KY Go digital movement. It's people who believe and care about how students are learning and how technology can help us be better educators, more efficient, all of the above, and coming to help out in different ways, bringing our talents to the table to help students. So the staff of STLP is really folks all across the state coming together to make it be this awesome, awesome program. The point here is, I'm only going to share this couple of screens because I just want to point out a couple of things. Our kind of new theme coming up for the year is this notion of STLP is really just code for learning. It's code for creativity. It's code for fill in the blank, because what folks have learned in the last few years is that STLP is really about how students are making, creating, doing, learning. It's less about clubs. It's less about handbooks. It's less about rules and after school meetings. It's really about being integrated into the classroom, into curriculum. And I think that what you'll see today, we're going to hear from some amazing students who are champions. And so I just want to point out that we're super proud of the champions. They've worked super hard all year long. But to make it clear that really what we're talking about with STLP is that it's really kind of the competitions are smoke and mirror, because it's really about learning. And in the background, it's about those kids getting to show what they know and using the tools that we provide for them. And STLP is a spotlight for shining a bright light on the great things that are happening in our schools and in our districts. We use competitions. It makes it fun. It's engaging. It's a good time. But really think about it. It's really about what they learn. It's that old adage of it's the journey, not necessarily the destination, that's most important. Real quick, to kind of celebrate a little bit, since we're kind of the end of the year, the STLP 18, if we look back over the course of this year, we have some impressive numbers that we talk about. We're talking about now, we are aware of 60,000+ participants across the state. Those are the folks we know of. So we ask schools to self-report, hey, yeah, raise my hand, recognize me, I'm part of STLP. Of the folks that have done that, that's 60,000+ students. That's 40% increase over the last 2 years. And again, we ask ourselves, why is that? Well, the real simple answer is folks are figuring out that STLP is about learning and less about competition.
Hey,
And
Jeff,
so
I'm
folks are
going
getting
to
on board.
ask you a question real quick.
Please do.
That's a huge percentage increase since as your years. Do
Yeah.
you happen to know right off the top of your head how much that's grown since you've started?
Well, I don't, because oddly enough, when we started, we didn't really have a mechanism in place to sort of do a head count. And so that was one of the first things that we kind of focused on, was trying to figure out, okay, who are the folks that are doing STLP? But really it was about why aren't folks doing STLP, so we could identify what we needed to fix and make stronger for the classroom teachers, for the districts. So I'm going to say that it's probably close, like 60%, probably since 2013. And I'm throwing that out there.
Okay, Jeff, real quick, try to re-screen share for me because I've lost your screen share.
You lose me, I'm sorry.
I want to see. No, you're good. It's okay. You're and I'm missing this slide with all these awesome data points, which I'm a numbers person. So.
Well, and while I work on that, I'll keep talking. There's only a couple other real numbers that we wanted to pull out there, and one of them is the notion of 12,000 folks at the STLP state championship. We had the folks at RUP give us an estimate every year at our state championship. And again, our state championship is just one day of folks coming together from around the state to celebrate students and technology in the classroom. And This year, they gave us an estimate of at least 12,000 people came together for just one day, from 9 o'clock in the morning until 5 or 6 at night, to celebrate what we're doing in Kentucky. And I believe that this is a direct impact from the growth and development of the KY Go Digital movement. I have no doubt that as folks across Kentucky are getting involved with KY Go Digital and understanding the available tools and resources and technology out there, that it is trickling down into the classroom, into the students. It's that end game. We know that that's happening. And so I have no question that this number is going to continue. One of the coolest things we did get was a metric from our folks here at KET, our friends who they did a live broadcast. And from their metrics, we had over 50,000 people watching live throughout the day for the state championship. So the story just continues. More and more folks are getting involved, are checking it out. There's so much happening, but it's the end game. And so I'm super excited. I don't want to say any more because we have so much to hear from all these wonderful students. I'm so proud that they get to be here. We're excited that our champions are going to be coming with us to Chicago, to the International Society for Technology and Education Conference here in June to present. Very few schools, student groups are invited to present at this international conference. So it's a major shot in the arm for Kentucky. What we said, someone made a point that we were at the state championship award show. David Couch mentioned, he's been around the country, and there's no question based on what's happening in Kentucky that we are leaders in digital learning and use of technology in our schools. And it's because of so many different things, KY Go Digital, STLP. But what we say to the kids is, if we're the best in the country and you are the best in STLP, that makes you the best in the country. So we're really proud to have the best in the country students showing off how they're learning with technology. And I'm pumped. I'm so glad that I get to be a part of this. And guys, thanks for giving us another platform to show off the awesome thing kids are doing.
And so that means, Jeff, that we have some of the best in the country right here on our panel today in front of us. And we're all eagerly waiting to see these awesome students, what they've created and what they've learned as well. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go with Adair County. And they are ready for us. Adair County, are you ready to show us what you guys created?
Yes, we are.
Awesome. So, if you will, introduce yourselves and let us know, what is this project that you guys created and won with?
All right, my name is Laura Markham. I'm the STLP leader here at the Adair County Primary Center. These are second graders. Our whole team consisted of 14 people, and here's our 4 presenters that came with us to state. And I'm just going to introduce them. And we've got Ashley Lloyd, Adelyn McMinoway, Carter Curry, and Claire Lloyd. And I'm going to let Ashley just briefly tell you about our project.
We are from Adair County Primary Center, and our project's about bus safety. We planned our project, we did research about our project to find bus safety rules, and we had group activities. I'll hand it over to Adelyn.
And Adelyn's going to tell us about making our video.
The biggest part was making our video, and we all got to have vlogs with
Okay, and then we also got to edit our video as well. Carter is going to tell us about the instruction part of our project.
We got to teach lessons to everyone in our school. We also shared our video and our curriculum with others. We designed a curriculum. We also made a worksheet, coloring page, a game, a cheer, edible school bus trick, and tests. We shared our video and curriculum with YouTube, email, school bus fleet, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, and our school website. So, Claire.
Okay. Claire's going to tell about the success of our project.
Across the whole United States of America, people watched our video. Over 1,000 people watched our video, and School Bus Fleet magazine wrote an article.
Yeah, and School Bus Fleet magazine, I didn't know school buses had their own magazine, but we had a bus driver that helped with our video, and I was telling her about School Bus Fleet magazine calling us, and she said, I get that magazine. So that was really cool. They also wanted to show some of their project. Right here, we've got a worksheet that the students made to go along with bus safety. Actually, this is a coloring page. Right here, we've got a worksheet. We designed a game that was a board game. And right here, we've got our board game. He's holding up the box, and you roll dice to move around the game board. And when you make little pit stops, you end up going forward or backwards, depending on whether you turn the card around. And you get a thumbs up if you did the correct thing to follow the bus safety rule, or you get a backward sign to go backwards if you did not follow the bus safety rule. And then we also designed a test that you could take on paper. And down here, Claire is holding up another test that you can take through something called clickers. And it's something where you hold up different cards. You can turn your card different directions and respond to the teacher. And the teacher, she only needs a phone to be able to go around the classroom, and you get immediate feedback on how the kids answered. And I said kids, but also high schoolers can use clickers. Anyway, it's been a really fun project, and they also wanted to say something about just how they've made an impact. Starting with you, how did we make an impact of our project?
We released a video that was about 10 years old, and our video saved lives. Saved lives.
All right, Addie, how did we make an impact?
Kids respond well to kids. We had meeting lessons that we taught in her classroom, and we told them how about it, and they got to watch our video,
and that was something fun for me. The kids took turns coming and teaching. They each got to teach to either 3 or 4 classes. And remember, we have a group of 14, so they all shared that. But for me to just be able to see kindergarten, first, second grade, we have kindergarten through 2nd grade in our building. But all the kids just really responded well to having kids as teachers, and then to just, some of them got to experiment and be our test subjects on some of the things that we designed, and to just be able to see their reactions to the things that these kids make is really cool.
This summer, we're going to send our video and our curriculum to all the schools in Kentucky. Some of the schools have already seen what we've made, but we're going to send them out to all of them, so they can know what we did. Across the whole United States of America and one school.
Okay. Did you have questions for them?
Hey, I have a question. It's not a question. Carter Curry, can you raise your hand? Hey, your mommy is watching you live on YouTube. Do you want to say hi to her? Shout out to Carter's mommy for watching live on YouTube. She thinks you guys are pretty much amazing. So wonderful job, you guys.
Yes, and I wanted to jump in as well. Hi, Carter's mama. I am Miss Heather at the Kentucky Department of Ed, and I'm Mr. Jeff's teammate. And I just wanted to say that I love your project. My mama is a bus driver, and I can't wait to share this project with her, because you're right, bus safety is very, very important. So kudos to Adair County and all you super smart and sweet kiddos. We're so very proud of you and your teacher. Happy late Teacher Appreciation Week to you, because none of this is possible without our awesome Kentucky teachers making it happen for kids. So shout out to you as well. Good job.
So I wanted to quickly also say I totally agree with all of them, but you guys have now taken something and become innovators. You see an issue and something that, and that's one of the things that STLP really stands for that I've learned is all those students see something that needs to be done or how something can be better, and they've become innovators and fixers and creators. And so definitely maybe a large corporation should grab this and take and roll it and produce it so that every school district in the in the U.S. could have this. This would be amazing. Adair, thank you so much for
just hang on before we move on. We had another live comment come in on our YouTube chat, and it is from Robin Loy, and she wants Ashley to know that her mama's watching live too.
He is making face.
Okay, and I have a feeling that everybody's mommy and daddy and probably grandma and grandpa and everybody else is going to be watching too. So you guys all say hi. Say hi to somebody that you want to say hi to.
These kids are like celebrities. Big time.
I know. That's what I was just getting ready to say. You guys are probably going to have to like carry around a pen for autographs pretty soon. So well done.
Adair County, you guys are awesome. We next have Floyd County and Allen Elementary School, and they are going to share with us as well. Welcome.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit, first introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your project.
I'm Keegan Farley. I'm Reese from Tanner Skeens. I'm Bradley Jervis.
I'm McIntosh.
I'm Olivia Dixon. I'm Alyssa Dixon.
So our project, every year we perform in school productions hosted by the students and related arts teachers. Kindergarten through 3rd grade, our special needs students perform in these. And we noticed that the special needs kids weren't really getting to participate in their own way. So we decided we would make devices and implement them into our shows so that they could perform.
And that's what I Can Perform My Way is. It's a technological device that allows them to perform with us instead of having an aide out there or an adult out there. All they have is either me or my sister or one of our other teammates out there in case something messes up.
A little bit on the technology side is we use a bare conductive touch board as of right now. And the way that it works is you have electrodes on the touch board that you would connect anything conductive to it, such as an alligator clip. And
that's good, I think.
And the way that it works is you could take anything conductive, such as an alligator clip, and clip it on one of these electrodes right here. And once you do that, you run it back to something else conductive, and it triggers a sound. And it also has an SD card in it that you can program sounds to, such as if you were to say water or apple or anything like that, then if they were to touch that object, then it would say that.
And that's kind of what this device back here does. We done what Bradley said with the bare conductive touch board, but we actually used cardboard and electrical paint that came in a kit we got with the touch board, and we painted that and connected it back with the alligator clips back like Bradley was saying. We recorded Alyssa's voice, and Bradley programmed it into the SD card.
Some of our future plans we plan to get for this project is this right now is the only project we have that's working. And then we have the 2 other boards which we're trying to get Adafruit feathers, which will make them Bluetooth so we won't have as many cords and we can move them around a lot easier.
That makes it a lot easier to implement them in the classroom and into the shows because you don't have to take all that time plugging everything in and making sure that everything's the wires aren't going short. And originally our project was for performance only, but after we started testing our project, we realized that it had so much more educational potential. So we actually implemented it into our Head Start room. We took this one down to the Head Start room, and we stepped back and kind of showed them how it works and let some of them use it. And they really enjoyed it, and our special needs loves it. So we'll be putting it in the sensory room, but where it's mobile, we can take it anywhere in the school.
On our website, we have a personal website for our project, and we get weekly blog posts on stuff we do here at school. And Alyssa writes the blog post for us.
On our website, we have pictures of our devices being used by the special needs students. We tell how we made those devices. And the weekly blog posts, we don't just tell, like, we're working on the word wall. We tell what we're doing and how we plan to do it. And these devices aren't just made from a plan. We have to do a lot of trial and error, and we have to have a lot of open discussions and open flow of ideas.
Do you guys have a, can you share the name of your website in case our viewers want to go visit your site?
I'm gonna jump in here. I'm Mr. Bell. Hello. Oh, sorry. We on the slides program we have, it actually has the website on there. It is a Wix based site because it was free and we were able to use it. We love free around here, so that's the way we function. But you can actually go on there on the Google Slides and pull it up. It is a lengthy website. We can share that. I'll try to put it in the comments here. And
yeah, we'll make sure that site gets added to the show notes when we archive, so that way that our viewers can, because I know that's going to be the first question. That was my first question. I want to go visit your site and check it out. And also, we love free at Kentucky Go Digital as well. So we're totally on the same page with that. But we'll make sure that gets added to the show notes.
I also want to share, these kids have been on a roller coaster ride since we left Lexington. They have been featured at the Kentucky Valley Education Cooperative Fire Summit, which happened just probably about 2 weeks after we got back. They have also been on another Skype session with our district, showcasing this project as well as some others that we have going on here also. And then just in the last 3 weeks, actually the last 2 weeks, they are part of our performing arts group too. So as they use this device in our spring performance, KVEC actually came and did an episode on them. And if you go to that slide, we actually linked the new Firecast, as they call it. And it is an awesome collaboration of STLP and our performing arts group together. So we would love for everybody to check it out. These kids are amazing, and I'm just glad to be here for the ride and have some fun. So
I want to just jump in for just a second and brag on this group, because how long has this project been in the making?
2 years. 2 years. 2 years.
And to show that you all have, you all had a need. This wasn't just something you took out of a box. This was a need that you all found a solution to, and you kept working, and you are perfecting it over time. And now you have it in the classroom. Mr. Bell, the whole crew, it's been really nice to see this evolve literally over years, and to show that you all did not give up or just pass on the need. You kept working it, and like you all said, trial and error. It's really inspiring to see kids keep trying and fixing for the greater good of your school.
And what's been really neat too, to go off of what Courtney just said, these kids have changed this project since regionals. They've changed it 4 times. And actually, this is the only one working because everything else is being transferred over to Bluetooth. So when we get to Chicago, everything will be wireless.
And Courtney, I also wanted to say I have seen them present this live a couple of times at the Fire Summit and STLP. And you know who is always lurking just around the corner? It's their principal or their assistant principal. And once again, the support of our school and district leadership for STLP is so important. So shout out to the administrators at that school and in that district, including yourself, Courtney, for really giving kids these types of opportunities. So
well, I'm going to put a plug in, and he's there. The district STLP support with the school STLP, and they're laughing because he's that behind the scenes. You won't see him lurking because he wants no attention. Right there is Jason King, and he is our district STLP lead, and Mike is the school STLP lead, and it is a true collaborative effort. And Jason, let's see your face one more time, please. He knows I like giving him a hard time. So yes, good job.
Thank you.
And the kids know Jason, don't you, right? Don't you guys? I mean, they love Jason's like, I mean, he's the family friend. Everybody, he's the ultimate Christmas gift person. Jason, everybody loves Jason.
Thank you, Courtney. That's so nice. Bye, guys.
Going off of what Mr. Ross had said with us evolving our project, what really kept us going was seeing how the kids reacted to it, knowing that them doing it, it's not an aid. Their smiles are everything to us. It's what keeps us going and evolving our project.
I'm going to piggyback off of all of your comments, but you guys are the next generation that are going to solve issues that we have as a culture. And that's another favorite thing of Kentucky Go Digital as far as STLP. What we see is that you guys are problem solvers and are going to continue to grow our world in the future. And so keep it up. You guys are awesome. So we're going to take a moment because we have only a limited number of seats. So Adair and Floyd County, you guys are awesome. And we wanted to thank you again for showing up on our show today. And if you don't mind to drop out so we can make room for our other students that are going to be showcased here in a minute with Hardin County and McCracken County. So bye, guys, and thanks again.
Hey, hang on. We have a dad that's watching.
Oh, yes, Brooke.
Ellis Jervis, Bradley Jervis's dad. Great job, everyone. So, yay, Daddy's watching. Daddy's watching.
Keep rocking it out, guys, and just reach for your dreams. The stars go and fly high, right, Heather? Fly up there. Yes.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I may or may not have gotten a little teary on some of that. They were so good, you all. So thanks, kiddos. This is what it's all about. Jeff, what do you think at this point, my friend? What are you thinking? Are you so proud?
I mean, I get to see this stuff all the time. I'm just so happy to let other people see the amazing things that are going on. So, yeah, of course I'm proud. This is like my second favorite day of the year now.
Yay!
Well, right now we have Hardin County has several students across the district that are joining with us. And I'm going to let Brooke, if you don't mind, to introduce some of these students, and I'll take the camera behind scenes, but they have a project as well that are going to share with us. So we've got Hardin County that's going to share with us and their awesome projects.
Okay, before we get started, I'll just let Miss Hunley know real quick. I think we've got 2 of your accounts in the call right now. So the one that you're not using, if you could go ahead and just exit out of that, so that way we don't get any feedback. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to mute you for right now, Central Hardin kiddos. Okay, sorry about that. So it's always fun with technology when you do something new, right? That's kind of the way we roll. So I am super proud. I've talked a little bit in Kentucky Digital Live this year about working part-time at our early college and career center. And so I'm over there for about 3 months or so out of the year, which is where our media arts program is located. And Miss Stark is the lead of our media arts pathway. She's a phenomenal teacher. And, you know, something that Jeff said earlier with kind of the new theme for this upcoming year is how STLP is really code for learning. And I really don't think, I mean, I'm totally biased. I'm just going to say that. But I don't know that I have ever seen a program or a classroom that really embodies that more than Miss Stark and her media arts students. And I'm especially proud because my sweet little Westin was one of my students at East Hardin Middle School. And I'm just so proud of them. And for me, being there at that center part-time and being able to witness what these kiddos are doing, I mean, you don't ever see these guys in the classroom. They are like in the hallway. They're outside. They're creating these solutions, to big problems, not just in our school, but in our community. And so I am so thrilled that we have the opportunity to showcase them to you guys. So we, like Elaine said, we've got our kiddos. We have one student there at EC3 with Miss Stark, and that's Westin. And then we've got some students at John. We've got some students at Central. So to my Hardin County peeps, if you guys will just stay muted until we kind of direct it to you, so that way we can limit the feedback. So we'll just kick off with Miss Stark. If you kind of want to, I don't know what you guys had planned. If you want to let Westin start talking first or what, but we are excited to hear about your project.
Okay, I'm Belinda Stark, and I'm privileged to be their instructor. I've also kind of helped to lead at the STLP here at EC3. The students that are in the group are from all of the county's high schools, and we're very proud of that. Westin, his home high school is at Central Hardin High School. We have two other girls that are with us today, Reagan and Jaslyn. They're at Central Hardin. Reagan is on the STLP team. Jaslyn was a winner in the product category, digital product category. She won second place documentary, so that's why she's with us today. Terren Gambrell-Glover, he is at North Hardin. And then
woohoo! That's my alma mater. Go Trojans!
Hey, Miss Langley is watching live. She's there at North, and so she wanted to give Terren a special shout out. North Hardin proud, baby.
We love the shout out. And then we have John Hardin represented by Daeshionna Kimbrough. And so it's the kids from all of the schools have come together and they have formed a bond and they became the team. And I'm just going to turn it over to Westin and he'll tell you a little bit more.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to explain like how EC3 really works for anyone who might not know that, because what it is it's one central school that focuses on more of career pathways as opposed to like your core classes. And it's where 3 high schools actually meet up. It's not like a specific high school where you like enroll in that specific one, you go there all day. Like you can get classes to be there all day, but it really specializes in a career field. So say like here there's automotive, there's welding, and there's nursing, culinary, but this is the media arts pathway where we work on film and broadcasting and stuff like that too. So it's a really good place kind of for people who already know what they want to do with themselves to kind of take school time and learn more about their career field.
Now the project.
Yeah. And what?
You want to tell her about the project?
Oh yeah. So what we kind of do here, like what we won with STLP for the state championship, is we have partnerships with the E-Town Police Department, the Lincoln Trail Health Department, HMH, the state police,
Hardin Memorial Hospital.
Hardin Memorial Hospital is HMH. And what we do is we make videos for them, and it's nonprofit. We only do it for nonprofit organizations, community organizations. We were actually approached by a business at one point, and we had to turn them down because they were not nonprofit. And we make videos for them. And it's really helped out their impact on the community because it helps up their viewership and more people know what they're about. And just, yeah. So I'm sure someone else like either Terren or Anna could better explain more of the specific videos that we've actually made for them.
They call themselves Real World Productions, and it's spelled REEL, Real World.
Yeah.
All right, Terren, I was wondering, you tell me a little bit about these productions that you do, and which one was the one that you guys won with?
Okay, so the production that won was the PSA we did for the Elizabethtown Police Department. It was a holiday safety tip that I and Daeshionna Kimbrough worked on. We've also done videos for the police department, like for cold cases that they may have had. So they give us all the evidence that they collected, and we put it into video format, which is easier to give out to the public and show them all the cases. So we've done that. We've also done what to do when you get stopped by police, which won a national award last year. And this year we have another one that's up for a national award, which is one of the Crime Stoppers that we did. We've also done videos for the Lincoln Trail Area Health Department. We've done 2 about the flu. One was how to prevent it, and one was just getting information out about it. We've done videos with the Kentucky State Police. We've done videos with the Elizabethtown Fire Department and all sorts of organizations like that.
I'd also like to better explain, it wasn't a specific video that won the state showcase, but it was more of like the entire program as a whole, the Real World Productions brand, kind of that one.
The project was Real World Productions.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yes, absolutely. So you guys are gonna, one of my main questions, because I get to work with some students too that do similar things, was what are you guys gonna do with these skills, and what skills have you guys obtained and sharpened with this whole process of STLP? What are you gonna do outside of education as far as high school, and what are your plans? Do we have any seniors that are gonna go on next year?
I guess I can explain this for now since Daeshionna's gone. 3 of them are seniors. I'm the only junior that was part of the showcase team. But yeah, Terren, Reagan, and Anna are all seniors. And well, what I plan to do specifically is I plan to produce and maybe camera operate and some other stuff. And this program has really been a big help for teaching us, because a lot of us when we started didn't even know how to properly hold a camera right, or none of us definitely didn't know how to edit or how to do anything like that. So Ms. Stark in this program really helped us learn how to do all those things. And now we all want to make a career out of it, or most of us do at least.
I have another question because I'm itching. What program do you guys use to edit with?
Adobe Premiere Pro is what we use. And many of us actually took our Adobe Premiere Pro certification tests a while ago, and I believe we all passed that.
I was just about to say, I got like several emails this week from newly certified students there at EC3. So congrats to you guys. That's huge news.
Yes. Brooke, will you tell some of our viewers how hard that is? That is not just a simple feat of just taking a test. And this is a certification, am I correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, that they'll put on their resume, and that puts them way above other people.
Right. I mean, if anybody who has opened up any kind of Adobe software for the first time in their life knows how challenging that is to just come in, just like Westin just said, without any kind of prior knowledge or, background years. A friend of mine says all the time he's been using it for 15 years and still doesn't know all the things there is to know. So it is a huge, huge deal, especially to be able to demonstrate proficiency in order to earn a certification. So well done to you guys. You want to try to unmute again? Let's see if we can get her back on there so we can hear from her.
We wanted to know what you were going to do since you're a senior. Now that I know, what are you going to do after this? And how has STLP and that process helped you decide or determine what is after high school?
So, like I tried to explain before, I was going to major into film and television producing. And what the STLP experience has led to me is that my hard work and my efforts will pay off, that the feelings that I have from being a part of this film team and this part of this technology wave, it really inspired me to continue on with what I'm doing and not to give up, because the hard work that I put in was eventually going to pay off.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a moment. As an educator, what you just said embodies what we all take and want every one of our students to see is failure is okay, and what you are working towards will pay off somehow in the future. And for you to get a glimpse of something that my grandmother always said, don't work a day in your life, find something you love in order to do it. And so I thank you just for saying that for teachers across Kentucky.
And I want to thank you. I'm sorry, Courtney, real quick. I want to just chime in real quick. First of all, you have the most beautiful first name. Will you say your name one more time for me?
It's Daeshionna.
Daeshionna. I wanted to say I have 3 daughters, and my oldest wants to go into video broadcasting. And I want to say thank you on behalf of all those little girls out there who look up to you as a young woman in technology. So thank you so much for serving as a role model for our little girls here in Kentucky, Daeshionna. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
We're always on the same wavelength. I have girls too, and I just want to amen what Heather just said, and to your district, to know that you came to a school, and when you come to school, you are getting the fuel for your passion. And you come to school to be driven for what your next step will be is like what Elaine said. I mean, I just love that all of you that you're talking about being a part of this STLP and these problem solving opportunities, it's preparing you for your future, and you come to school to be motivated for your next step. And that is exactly what Jeff Sebulsky is smiling right now in his heart about, because that's what this is all about. So awesome work, your entire district. This is kind of modeling what we want all of our kids, the experience we want everyone to have.
And that's honestly, that's one of the reasons I was most excited to get these guys on Kentucky Go Digital, is to be able to showcase them as an example for what I believe STLP should look like. You know, this is their classroom. This is what they do. It is Code for Learning, and they just do a wonderful job at that. And, you know, our Early College and Career Center, again, I'm totally biased, 100% right now. But, you know, everything that we do in that building, and, you know, the students who go to school there, it is real life. I mean, these students are working with the community. They are creating partnerships, and they are serving the needs of our community. And it's just so fun to watch this happen, to watch this transpire. And I'm just so proud of what they've done and what they are continuing to do. So well done. I want to hear from Jaslyn. Jaslyn and my girls at Central, can you all unmute and let's try to get something from them over there. Well, shout out to our friends over at Central. I know Jaslyn, Jaslyn specifically, and I have worked well together over the past several years with, you know, some of our Shattered Glass initiatives and some of the films that they have produced for our programming pathway as well there at EC3. So well done. Jaslyn, you guys over there at Central Hardin, we love you too, even though we can't hear you or see you right now. So good job to you guys as well.
So one of my ideas was I was going to, so if Brooke, if you'll do this for me, if we can get Jaslyn to tape something about one of the answers to one of these questions, we can put it in our post show. And then that way we can edit that and put her in her voice and their beautiful faces in that as well. So one other thing I wanted to let you guys know, all of these things and examples of what these students have worked on are going to be in our resources today. And I have 3 gentlemen behind me that are of 5 that are from McCracken County's Media Club. And I am so thankful to have them because they've taught me just as much. They're really the go-to people. But behind the scenes, we have an amazing teacher, and her name is Kristy Griffith, and she's going to join us here in a moment. But these gentlemen, will you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Davion Ware. I'm Seth Hawkins. I'm Cade Bose.
And they are the winners of the Cinemania contest. And they had a video which was called the Brockfather. And we're going to take a moment, and it's a very short clip, which is one of the things. And so
real quick, yeah, Elaine, I was going to ask if they could explain what Cinemania is, or if Jeff or somebody, because this is a special type of competition. Jeff, why don't you just give us a little bit of an overview about on-site competitions and what those are first?
Sure.
This is different than a project, right?
Absolutely. So, I mean, you know, we talk about the state championship a lot, and there's a lot of ways to get there. There's different paths on that road to RUP. You can pre-qualify with our champions. We just saw them with their projects that they worked on for regionals. We have our documentary second place winner who did a product through the DPOJ competitions in January. And then, of course, at state, we have a lot of live competitions that are walk-on. You don't have to pre-qualify. And one of them here is the Kentucky Cinemania Challenge, where essentially teams have about 48 hours. They get prompts that they need to include in any sort of creative video. And they need to come up with the script, come up with the concept, shoot the video, edit the video, and upload the video within a very short period of time, and make sure that they keep certain prompts inside the video. Like, you need to somehow figure out how to get a clock that is at 3:35 a.m. You have to figure out how to get these pretzels are making me thirsty into the video. So make it fun, but it's just this collaborative, just mashed together of just trying to make an awesome video. And it pulls so many different skills together at one quick time.
So Marty,
to present.
Dr. Marty Park is actually the leader of this competition, and he's
Jody Rose
out there in Western Kentucky on our team at KDE. And Dr. Park says he's finishing up a meeting and he's getting ready to jump on because you choose elements, and I'm sure the students can talk more about that have to be featured. And don't you kind of release the elements like a week before, something like that, Jeff?
There's definitely like a ready, set, go, and then a hard stop. And it's really fun to watch the folks just watch the metrics on the website as KentuckyCinemania.org releases those elements. It's fun to watch.
I would just like to say, as somebody who has been an STLP sponsor and participated in Cinemania, just how difficult this is. It is the craziest, like, little tiny window of your life. And I was one of the ones who submitted the video that was a hot disaster. So what you're about to see from these guys is like, yeah, I wish we could show, like, if I could find it, like our entry video several years ago and then what you're about to see. But anyway, I was one of the ones that submitted my video like 3 seconds before the deadline. So, but that, I'm sure, like you said, that's probably pretty common.
How many teams, Jeff? How many teams submitted this past year? It was like a record number, right?
Oh, I don't want to throw out a number that's not right, but it was in the hundreds. It was crazy.
From across the state.
From across the state. Everybody hit the deadline, and it was tough too because it was right during spring breaks, and I know what it was. It was ACT day across the state, so there was a challenge there. So we made some adjustments. That's the best thing about STLP is we get to just make it work for what's best for students, for schools, and so we had to make some adjustments there, and we did it.
So this would be the winning team out of like 100-something students right here in McCracken County. These are the winners.
Jody's actually on, and he said that over 100 registered and about 80 actually submitted full. So this was quite a process. And he said that the showcase that we're getting ready to see from these guys, that they are the Cinemania gurus. So he is very proud of this group and their product. I can't wait to see it.
Well, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and screen share, and then I'll share this short video with you, and then we'll have these gentlemen behind us talk about it. So let's screen share here.
You're the big bad banana boy that's been busting up on my business.
Business is business, old man. The people, I want the bananas.
Do you know who I am? I'm Chauncey Broccoli.
Chauncey Broccoli?
You'll come in here, slander my name, and act like a fool in front of me. Broccoli is loaded with nutrients, and the business is very lucrative. And I intend to keep it that way. So you and your bananas need to get out of town. Stefanio, the time? I don't know.
Thank you, Father. Dinner is served.
You ever had a bowl of broccoli ketchup so good it made your pants fall down to the ground? Son, join me. You come to my big game pop. I'm sorry, man. Daddy's got a business to run.
He's great, isn't he? You don't know who you're dealing with.
That was ripe. Do I got the ketchup? What do I got the ketchup? Ketchup to this. Brock, go get that big bad banana boy that's been busting up on my business.
Yes, sir. Not go bananas here. I just want to get back to my family.
Family? Broccoli used to be the glue that was holding this family together. But now, the glue won't stick. Papa. I'm a grown man. You're not grown. You're 12 years old, Brock. Go on, Banana Man. Bring me my son.
Looks like this story has a happy ending.
Yay! Very nice. Very nice. That was good.
He actually hopped on and was talking about how broccoli or how banana and ketchup and the catch elements and how everything had to be included. So kudos STLP people for making the most random things be included in in these videos.
And Brooke, to make you happy, you can go to KentuckyCinemania.org. And all the entries for the last few years are archived there. So
I was just about to say, don't do it. Don't do it.
You can dig up anything you might want to show or not show. But
Jeff,
look at all the entries there.
We're going to be cutting that out of the post show.
So these gentlemen, like you said, Jeff, I'm not sure. I didn't get to hear if you said what those elements were, but what were some of the favorite elements that you gentlemen had to include in your video?
Well, of course, of course, we had to include the broccoli and bananas. And we also had to include a character who claimed they were older than they actually were.
Rhetorical question.
We had to have one character that only spoke in rhetorical questions and one that had a watch that always told the wrong time.
Oh, but then you have a character that wore too many of the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I watches.
Had to combine a couple.
Yeah.
And so you guys have a limited time to come up with the storyboard. And then do you have any adult input in this at all?
We didn't. It was just us.
Okay.
We went into a room and storyboarded the entire thing in about, I'd say it was like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And came in and started straight with it.
Yeah.
So one of the questions as I asked the Hardin County students are, what are the skills that you guys have gained from STLP, this competition?
Definitely like teamwork and stuff like that.
Creativity
but,
as well.
Yeah. And anytime you're shooting something, like things are like something's always going to go wrong. So you have to kind of figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah, like we had little issues come up like with the whole ketchup squirting.
The ketchup. Oh yeah, I'm sure moms were not happy. So my last and final question is, what do you think you're gonna? What are these skills that you have gained that you're going to utilize after high school?
Well, filmmaking is a very versatile and useful skill. It'd probably be the best to just. I would probably say like it could be used, say if you got a job offering, say you could definitely use that. Recently we've heard about a wedding work that working on a wedding video, and also like
real life skills is what you guys as far as videoing. Okay, so who's a senior here? Do we have any? Yes, Davion's a senior, and you are going to finish your resume for
the local news station.
Local news station. So we've got skills that you are contributing to for our local news. And then do you plan to do STLP again next year?
Yeah, that's like
100%. 100%. So, we have Marty Park who just joined with us. Hello, Dr. Parks. We're glad that you joined us. We were just talking with these students about the Cinemania, and we would love to hear your viewpoint of STLP as well overall. And once he gets here with us, that's okay. Does anybody else have any questions for the students behind me?
Yeah, I had a question for Terren. Actually, I see his hand went up, so you can ask whatever you want to ask in a second, Terren. But go ahead and unmute yourself. Miss Langley mentioned on the YouTube live chat that she was thinking you won like 3 different projects. Did you participate in Cinemania this year, or like what were the other things that you did well at the state level?
So we did participate in Cinemania. Don't want to bring that up. That was a disaster. But a few of the other awards that I won the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame video. Daeshionna and I won first place in our PSA, which we did for the Elizabethtown Police Department, and then Westin, Daeshionna, Reagan, and I all won the STLP showcase for high school.
So you totally slayed STLP, basically.
I had to do good on my senior year, my last time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
We have a picture of Terren, and he's sitting there, and he's holding all of his trophies, and he's just
I love it.
STLP.
Love it, love it, love it.
But the question I had for the Cinemania winners was, so about how much time did you spend in pre-production, production, and post-production? And was it more of a take-home project, or was it mostly done at school?
So mostly pre-production took the day we got it. We finished writing the script and everything that day. And production took the most time. Basically what it was, we just shot each day. We shot like what we could of it. Then that night we'd spend editing.
Pretty much.
We went to one of our group members' houses, and that's where we filmed most of the video. And we shot the entire scene there, and then we came back here, and we didn't do anything like outside of school hours, I don't think. And we did all of our editing
except for
like,
editing.
Okay. Editing, we just did that all here.
Yeah.
Welcome, Dr. Parks. We're glad to have you.
How are y'all doing today?
We're doing great. We're doing great. I know I can speak on behalf of all the Kentucky Go Digital Live team here that we are blown away by these students across the state, and I'm sure Jeff is grinning as well too still. But we're just, it's in awe and of what this program can do for our students. So
I'll tell you what, I can't wait to hear more. This was a Cinemania team here, correct? So I can tell you, and if it's okay if I add, I can tell you that while our adult judges were watching videos, they were, I've said this before, but specifically with this team and the product that they put in place, if I could have captured our judges watching their videos, it was just absolutely fantastic. They loved it, and just to get their reaction, as a student team, I would love for you to be able to see people enjoying your work, because it was absolutely just phenomenal.
I would like to, since who we have left here on the panel, they're media people, they're media arts. We've got these kids who are working with our community, who are just, creating really amazing work. And sometimes I think it's easy for people to undervalue the work and the creativity and the sheer talent that has to go in to this creation. And what these guys have done, especially the Cinemania, we just watched the Cinemania video. I mean, we're talking like, 48 hours? I mean, it's insanity. And so you don't understand that, again, until you try to produce something. So, and I'm speak from experience, but the art of, this creative work is just really, really special. And so I just wanted to reemphasize that with, our Hardin County Schools kiddos and our EC3 STLP program, and, with the McCracken County STLP program, and just these guys who are creating amazing work. Westin said it at the beginning, our Hardin County kiddos, most of them walked into this program without any prior experience. And for them to do what they are doing right now after such a short duration of time, and, into this whole world of creative media production, is just something for us to take a second, sit back, and just honor. Because it's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of work. And I'm just really proud of, all of these kids who are doing this kind of work. It's amazing.
And when you think about Cinemania in that tight time frame, talk about real world skill. I mean, that's reality. That's what's going to happen in the newsroom. If you get a job at the local news company, you're going to be given a deadline, and you're going to have to knock something out of the park in a short period of time. So it mirrors that very well.
And Jeff and Brooke, to your point, we don't celebrate it enough. The reason STLP exists is to celebrate our students and guys who are sitting in front of the green screen right now. The task of coming up with an idea, working on it, developing it together collaboratively, and then executing on it. There's a small percentage of us, all of us, that do that really well, especially under tight timelines and things like that, right? So I just think, Brooke, to your point, we don't celebrate it enough. We need to celebrate it more. We need to celebrate our teachers who are providing those experiences and opportunities, right? Because, again, we don't do that enough. We know that, and we've got work to do there. but to be able to execute on creative, great ideas and then get to a final product. Our artists do it every day, but as you pointed out, Brooke, it's an art, and it's something that can be developed further, and we need to do that with more students. So these students on the show today are models for a lot of other students. I know I take the examples from our students today that shared, and I use those with my own kids.
Well, and one of my favorite things too to also kind of circle back to is, a lot of the things that we do at our Early College and Career Center, specifically, I'm obviously biased to our programming pathway and our media arts pathway that we have, here on the show today. But, the skills that these kids are learning and practicing and doing can be translated so easily into so many different career paths. I'm a teacher. I'm also a programmer. I like making Chrome extensions, and that helps me be a better teacher. These skills that these media arts guys are doing right now, that's going to help them be able to create and to be branders and marketers and, whatever it is that they, even if they don't choose to go into a TV production type pathway, this experience is going to make them better at whatever it is they choose to do. So I think it's just so special, all of it. I've really enjoyed listening to these kids and learning from them. And it's just been an incredible show.
It has been great. And I'll say, Marty, I don't mean to interrupt you, but, I sent a tweet. I was just sitting here. This is the first time I've really had an opportunity to hear from all the champions one after another. And there are some common threads that I picked up through that, which was, number one, there's a collaborative impact with all these groups. They're working with folks outside of their classroom. They're working with folks in the community. They're developing skills based on connecting with other folks, is one thing. The other thing I always saw is that they're also solving real world problems in their school and community. They're not just making projects or doing things for the sake of STLP, but they're finding something that needs fixed, and they're using their skills to make it happen. And the other thing I'm really picking up on is what Marty kind of mentioned a minute ago, was that it's that adult educator support for the student passions. All of these students we've heard from today have a passion for what they're doing. It's not been passive things that they're involved in. It's something that they truly believe in and have really put their heart and soul into. And we know in a classroom, in a school, to be able to do that, it really requires and depends upon the support and enthusiasm from the leadership and from the teachers. And so this is really, the thing about STLP is this is really a community effort all the way around. From how this thing happens, it takes, be cliche, but it takes a village to make it work. And we're seeing the fruits of those labors here today. Awesome, guys.
Just to add to what you all have all talked about, technology was not like my first love, and to be a part of something and to see that this is very much technology based, but to see all the soft skills that students learn beyond, to be able to communicate, work on a team. I know the Kentucky Go Digital, we listened to a podcast that talked about, you have a builder, you have a creator, you have all these people on a team to make it work. And these students are just living it. They don't have to, they're not reading it, they're not being lectured, they're living it and they're learning. And I appreciate the educator, administrator side. If I'm a teacher, any teacher, finally, I think that this program has shown that this is education. This isn't just technology. This is education. These experiences can happen in any classroom, any content area. It's not separate. It's nice to have the separate competition, like you said, for the learning, but it's clear when the kids talked about how much they have to work together and overcome and the trial and error. Those are all just soft skills, communicating and expressing, and even the Adair County talking about communicating nationwide with their video. To see little tiny elementary kids talking about how to express and how they can communicate, it's empowering as a teacher to know that that's what we need in our schools and that's what the kids can do.
Okay, so we've had one heck of a kumbaya moment. Go one more thing, Dr. Park. Go right ahead.
One last point that I'll make is that one of our students on here, it's possible, it's a likelihood that one of our students on today could be the next, down the road could be a Kentucky Teacher of the Year, right? So taking all those skills and becoming a great educator to impact other students.
Absolutely. So, gentlemen and ladies, I love how we ended with high school, because these guys are on the next step. They're transitioning beyond high school. So thank you all, guys. You all are brilliant. You are role models for kids in schools now. Thanks for being here. Real quick, before we wrap the show up, as all of you know, this is our season finale show. We always say in Kentucky Go Digital, alone we're smart, together we're brilliant. So I would be amiss if I did not shoot each of our Kentucky Go Digital live team with a gratitude arrow before we conclude season 1. So I want to first start with Elaine. For those of you who do not know it, Elaine is the backbone of this whole mission of our work to do the Kentucky Go Digital live YouTube channel. She does all the technology. She sends all the links. She is really the one who keeps the show together and on time. And Elaine, I don't see you. Are you in there? This show, we absolutely could not do it with your technical backbone and support. So thanks for keeping us together. Gratitude arrow to Elaine. She's a rock star out there in McCracken County. Courtney DeRosset, you are an idea person. You keep us inspired. You are always pitching something new. I think the show was even your idea today. You reminded us to conclude the season with the end game. The digital leadership show, citizenship show, that was your idea. So many of the good ideas that have come out of this YouTube channel have been from your brilliant brain, and I'm so very proud to be your friend. And last but not least, Miss Brooke Whitlow, we've been in the ed tech biz for several years now. And I want you to know, as I travel around Kentucky, people always ask me about the girl with the bangs. Who is that girl with the bangs? She is something special. I love her energy. Your creativity is second to none, and all of the beautiful logo work that you have done for this show, this little passion project that we set out to do together. I just want you to know how honored I am to be on this team with the three of you, and what a special season this has been to be a part of. So shout out to you. All right, Elaine, you want to wrap us up?
Wait a minute. Whoa. For sure no. Because you don't get to shoot gratitude arrows without us shooting one right back at you, ma'am. Yep. So I think I can speak for all of us and pretty much everybody in Kentucky. But the cohesiveness that has happened in our state with digital leaders and with digital we always talk about digital superpowers and the connectivity that has happened in Kentucky during the school year has been because of you. You have been our greatest cheerleader. You have been our greatest connector of the people. We wouldn't have a YouTube channel. We wouldn't have the Fire on This hashtag without you, sister. So we are so grateful for you, because I think what we've all learned together this year, and I've met so many people, and there's just been so many amazing things that have happened because you have connected us with each other. So thank you, Heather.
Heather, amazing. You make us, and that's one of the things that you do, is you make everyone around you shine brighter. And that's one thing that you definitely do. And I thank you personally for that, because you've made me a better person. And I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad to have you as a friend and a teammate, as well as my Miss Courtney and Brooke as well. So you guys, we are wrapping up our show today with wonderful students and Dr. Marty Parks and Jeff Sebulsky. With everything that we do, we have a great season, and we hope to see you on the hashtag. One more thing, I need to make sure you know that on the YouTube channel, we have the Create Companion videos where you can get continued support for things that you can create for your district or yourself in your class. And all that on-demand video support is by subscribing to this channel, hashtag Kentucky Go Digital, on YouTube. And we have a Facebook page that will continue to support you as well, that we've created. And make sure that we're going to put up this little promo or the slide that Brooke created. But one of the most things is connecting with each other personally, face to face, not just technology wise. So if you have yet to get connected with a regional event, you are welcome to come do every single one of them. We even have a digital regional event. So if you don't see a date where you can physically be there, please presently be there online. And that will be at bit.ly Kentucky Go Digital registration. And make sure that you do that and you don't miss out to connect with fellow educators.
I was just about to say I wanted to jump in on that because we've been partying on the YouTube channel and on the hashtag, and so this summer is our chance to meet face to face and to connect with each other in real life, which is so important. So if you've not registered for a regional event this summer, please do that now because we're so excited to get connected together this summer.
So as always, don't forget to create and connect your good ideas to the hashtag so that others can share them around the state. And thank you, Kentucky Go Digital.
See you next season.
Bye. Get involved with Kentucky Go Digital. Attend regional events, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or follow us on Twitter.